A very great morning to you, beautiful people of Ibadan. You are listening to the voice of Nedu Okorie, and I'm your host on the program, Your Health, on Raypower 95.1Fm Ibadan. Last week we talked about arthritis, and I'm very sure you gained a lot of things, and we implored everyone to go and do a test whenever they're feeling aches or pains around their joints. Today we are going to be looking at something different. But before I talk about the topic of the day, I want to briefly explain something. Now, the human cell is the smallest unit in the human body, and a human is made up of 7 trillion cells. And as we grow older, the number of cells in the body increases by way of replacement. So our body loses 300 million cells in a space-time of 11 months as we grow older, and it needs to be replaced with healthy ones. So let's just say roughly 400 million cells die in a period of 1 year, and it needs to be replaced by healthy ones. So how does it get replaced? It gets replaced when we eat healthy food. Healthy food gives birth to healthy cells, and the cells, as like I said earlier, is the smallest unit of the body that makes us function well as human beings. And as you all, the program Your Health is a health awareness program where you get informed and educated about the well-being of your body. That is why the topic of today is you are what you eat. You are what you eat. Whatever you eat is what forms to become yourself. The gene in your body, the DNA, and every other vital organs of the body started from the cell. Okay, now healthy cells makes you look good from within. It makes you look younger than your age. It makes you look rejuvenated. It makes you look very young and vitalized. And our body needs a lot of vitamins and minerals, as well as protein and fat in moderate proportion. We'll be looking at the food that doesn't create healthy cells, and also the replacement. That is the kind of food you need to take to make sure you have healthy cells, and also the food you take that damages your health. You might think it is building up your body, but it is actually feeding diseases in the body. Alright, you're welcome back to the program Your Health, and you're still listening to Nedu Okorie on Raypower 95.1 FM Ibadan. Alright, we're looking at what you eat that builds up your cells. What you eat that builds up your cells. And for your information, if you have questions you want to ask, or make comments, or make commendations or contributions to the program, you can reach me on my Facebook page at Nedu Okorie. You can also reach me on Instagram at Nedu_Okorie. I'm also on Twitter at Nedu Okorie, NeduOkorie. Alright, let's move on to the food that doesn't create healthy cells in our body. The first one we're going to be looking at is sweeteners. Sweeteners, from the name sweetener, that is sweet things. An example of sweeteners, we have refined sugar, the normal sugar we eat, the white sugar, the brown sugar, and also not forgetting saccharin. Saccharin is a substance that is used as a sweetener when making fries and pastries for most people. And you might be asking, okay, if we don't use sugar, what else should we use? There are alternatives. And example of an alternative for a sweetener is date sugar or date syrup. For most of us that don't know what date is we can refer to it as a fruit. I think the local name in Hausa language is referred to as debino. Yes, I think that's the name. I think it's a sweet substance like a fruit. It has a seed in between. It can be grounded into powdery form to make sugar. It can also be turned into syrup or paste. That is a very good alternative for sweetener. We can also make use of honey. We can also make use of coconut sugar. A lot of people will be surprised. Coconut sugar, yes. The baby coconut, the small one that has not yet matured, it can be grounded and turned into powdery form. When dried, it can be turned into powdery form to make a sweetener. Alright, moving on to the next one. The next food that doesn't create healthy cells, don't be surprised, milk. Yes, milk to some extent doesn't create healthy cells. Example, cow milk and soya milk. Cow milk and soya milk. It contains a lot of cholesterol. It contains a lot of cholesterol, and as we all know, cholesterol increases the risk of heart disease in the body, and it is contained too much in cow milk and soy milk. The alternative for this kind of milk is organic milk that has been blended from fruits like carrot and potato. Yes, dried and blended or in watery form. Another alternative for milk is goat milk. Goat milk has the same semblance with human milk. Yes, that is why it is much better than cow milk and soy milk. We can also make milk from cashew nuts. Cashew nut milk. Yes, cashew nut. Cashew nut is the one the Igbos refers to as ukwa. Yes, that is the name. And also coconut milk. Coconut milk is another alternative. Please take note of all these things I'm mentioning. They are very important to build healthy body. You discover that some people, when they are 50 years, they look like as though they are 70 because of the way the cells in their body is composed, and it is as a result of not eating well. So let us take note of all these things. The next one is what we refer to as pastries. Pastry is a food that doesn't create healthy cells. Pastry, what are pastries? Examples are meat pie, cake, yes. And why are all these not good for building healthy cells? They are made from wheat flour. Wheat flour has been processed and it has been contaminated with a lot of chemicals that might be harmful. Even wheat flour on its own doesn't build healthy cells. Wheat flour on its own doesn't build healthy cells, and from research it has shown that it also contains a high rate of cholesterol, and cholesterol blocks the pipes that lead to the heart. Now the next food that doesn't build up healthy cells, the seasonings we use in cooking. The seasoning. Now the seasoning we use in cooking, most of which contains monosodium glutamate, and monosodium glutamate it has been found to cause obesity and what is also known as the Chinese restaurant syndrome. A lot of Chinese restaurants, most of them make use of seasonings in their dish, which a lot of people love. You might be asking, okay, what is an alternative for our seasoning? We have garlic, we have ginger, we have locust bean, which the Yorubas referred to as Iru. Some people also call it Ogiri in Igbo language. We also have curry leaf. Curry leaf. We have the thyme leaf. All these can be an alternative to the cube seasoning that we all know. Even if you want to use it at a moderate amount. Alright, moving on to the next food that doesn't create healthy cells. We have drinks. Yes, this one is, everybody should know that. That's soft drinks, energy drinks, alcoholic drinks. All these things should be taken at moderate amount. If possible, don't take it at all. Soft drinks contain carbon that are not good for healthy cells. An alternative to this is water. Water is very essential. In fact, that is the most important. We have herbal tea. Yes, we have some other beverage, cocoa tea. We have moringa tea also as an alternative to drinks. We also have fresh fruit juice, not the processed one, the fresh fruit juice. Alright, time is not on our side. I will move on to the next one. Fat and oil. Fat and oil. Fat and oil. Avoid too much fat. Avoid too much oil. The oil we make use of contains hydrogenated fat. That is processed fat. A fat that has been processed under a harsh temperature. It has been processed under harsh temperature with a lot of interference with chemicals. So avoid fried food and butter. An alternative to oil is coconut oil. Coconut oil is very good. It's an alternative to the vegetable oil and the groundnut oil that we all make use of. We also have good palm oil. Good palm oil, not processed. We have the olive oil. The olive oil. Now, for those that consume salad or coleslaw, avoid making use of margarine and salad cream. Avoid making use of them. They contain toxins. They contain toxic chemicals because of their the way it has been processed. An alternative to this, there are a lot of people who make their own homemade salad cream and mayonnaise. Yes, if you go on YouTube and check out videos where you can make your own homemade salad cream, because the ingredients you're going to be using to make them will be natural, no chemicals involved. The next food that you need to avoid, grains. Avoid grains. And the grains I'm talking about, polished rice. Polished rice, the one we all know as imported rice. Yes, the polished rice that is available in the market has been polished to the extent that the zinc in it has been removed, and zinc is a chemical that is essential for digestion in the body. It is an essential nutrient that is that is not produced in the body. Rather, it is not produced in the body, so you get it from what you eat, and it promotes digestion. It helps you to grow healthy. It helps your immune system, and most importantly, it improves your skin. Okay, what is the alternative now for rice? We have the ofada rice. Ofada rice, yes. And another alternative is the one we all know, is also an ofada rice, but it is referred to as Abakaliki rice, produced in Abakaliki and some other parts of the country. These locally produced one are not too polished. If you notice them, it has coating at the back. Another source of zinc, we have what is known as okay, I'll find out the English name, but it is referred to as okpa. It is a staple food in eastern Nigeria, especially Enugu. It is a staple food. You just take it with water or soft drink or juice, and you'll be okay for the day. We also have periwinkle. We have ginger, avocado pear. These are other source of zinc that is essential in the body. Then we need vitamin C. Enough vitamin C can be gotten from citrus fruits. Citrus fruits are oranges, tangerine, lime, lemon. All these fruits are citrus fruit, and it provides enough vitamin C in the body that helps our cell to grow healthy. Water leaf and spinach also has high vitamin C. It is essential that we take water leaf and spinach. Then we also need vitamin D, and the major source of vitamin D in the body is what is known as sensible sunlight. I said sensible sunlight from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Once it is beyond 11 a.m., the sunlight is no more sensible. It is harsh. So that brings us to the end of today's program, which is titled You Are What You Eat. Yes, you are what you eat on Raypower 95.1 FM Ibadan. You can reach me on Instagram at Nedu_Okorie, Nedu_Okorie. On Facebook, Nedu Okorie. On Twitter, I am Nedu Okorie. Alright, I appreciate the producer, Madam Folakemi Awushenya Bakuba. For advert and sponsorship, I'm reaching out to health centers, health practitioners, clinics, fitness centers, restaurants and eateries, NGOs. You can come and sponsor your program on this show. Alright, my parting word to you guys.
Exclusive to JohnBase.com.
Drink enough water. And remember, your health is your wealth. Till we meet again same time next week on Raypower 95.1 FM. I am Nedu Okorie. I leave you with this music from Nice and Kwam One. The title of this one, Health is Wealth.